Aloha Avocados! You're so nervous. All right, it is almost Veterans Day. Is it veteran or veteran? I feel like I always get it wrong.
I think you can say either one. Either one.
What do you prefer?
Veteran.
All right, my favorite veteran is here with me, my husband, Mr. Bruce. So we're gonna do a Veterans Day special. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to learn how to draw some shoes. And of course, for Veterans Day, we're gonna draw some boots. Because they tell the most stories. I think I'm crying. What would you like to hear on Veterans Day? What are some messages you would like to hear? Because I think some people don't know what to say. Like me.
Anything's fine, really. You can thank a veteran for their service, you know, that's nice, you know. But, you know, I think most of them are fine, just like, you know, if you guys make eye contact or something, just a simple head nod or something like that, or a small wave, you know. And there's no pressure, you don't have to say anything at all. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Thank a veteran. Head nod or wave. Am I doing it right? We are going to attempt to draw a beautiful boot that has served its purpose. You can use your own shoe. Obviously, you probably don't have these boots at home, but you choose your own shoe. So I would suggest picking out a shoe and looking at it the same way that we're going to do and try your best. Are you ready?
To try my best.
There you go. You sound like my students. So we are going to use some very simple things today. We have things that are pretty simple to get. So we have a pencil and a piece of paper. That's all we need. We're gonna do some shading, try to do some realistic drawing today. So we are doing a Veterans Day boot in honor of our veterans. And what we want to start with is the outline of the shoe. So I like to make some really light lines. If you see, I hold the back of my pencil not very tight because that will make some very precise lines, and we don't need that yet. So the back of the pencil, make it very light, and we're going to try to look at our shoe while we're drawing it. So I'm going to do some of the bigger shapes and make sure I get a strong outline. This can always change as we are going. So we might get the whole shape and be like, and realize that, you know, some of the proportions are wrong. I'm just doing some generic shape here while looking at the boot.
Combat boots. I would call them all combat boots.
Okay.
Or maybe just boots.
Just a boot.
Yeah.
Boat scooting buggy.
Yeah.
Any line can change at this point. We might realize that this is too short and needs to be taller, or maybe this isn't wide enough. So whatever changes. That looks amazing. Mr. Bruce. What's your tips for a beginner artist? What are you finding is helping?
Holding the pencil at the end. And really just, you're right, just looking. Oops.
It's okay.
Looking at the boot.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like the biggest thing. A lot of people are convinced that they cannot draw. Like that's just something they weren't born with. But we really just don't take enough time to look at what we're trying to draw. Just observe. Take the time to notice things you wouldn't normally. So after you get a strong outline, I would start, if you can see, I'm making some lines darker. I'm committing to some lines. So what you can do is really look at the angles. So whatever you're drawing from, we use a pencil or a dowel rod, and you look at, hey, where is that angle going? And whatever angle you see, you can actually put your pencil down and do the same angle. So if you notice, like, this line here is going back into space, it has that angle, but you gotta figure out.
So you talk about like this? So I look at it like this and I'll put it down like that?
Yes.
Oh, look, I was
you were right
on.
on. See, I told you, you're natural.
Yeah, so here's a question. So if you look from my side of the boot, the boot comes up and it comes toward me.
Yeah.
So how do I...
So there's a couple things you can do. You can make it darker. So anything that's closer to you, you darken.
But that's not what I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, you're not quite to that point. You could be soon. You can make it darker. It's gonna be bigger. But really, if you make it darker, it's really gonna help push it towards you.
The part I missed the most, I guess, was like you are like a family, but that's like a big family. You're talking about 150 plus people, sometimes more, right? And you got a really big family, and you're all out there working on like one thing. So it's really, and you're all working towards one thing. So it's really fun. And the camaraderie.
That's what you miss the most.
That's a hard one to answer. I got a lot of things from the military. I guess the biggest thing I got from the military is to really respect myself and have respect for the things that I do.
What do you mean by that?
I guess like doing things right, kind of like the first time. You know, taking your time on things. You know, taking those extra few moments to take whatever you're doing and make it just a little bit better than it was when you found it.
It's deep.
Oh, is that right?
That's not what I expected you to say.
There is a saying in the Army, and it's like, always leave it better than what you found it.
So now I'm going in and I'm looking at like these shadows and like the outline of these shadows.
Most of it was pretty complicated.
Yeah. For picking a shoe, we picked a complicated one. Favorite part about
Did you move my boot?
No,
Because look at my outline.
no, I have not touched it.
That wasn't in my
Review the
outline.
cameras.
We will review the cameras.
I didn't touch it.
I bet you're over here pointing at it.
Oh, well, I counted it, but I didn't.
Review the video. I might have just completely ignored it.
How would you feel when people sent you stuff?
Oh, getting stuff from home is wonderful. Yeah.
What'd you like the most? What'd you like to get the most?
Like a bottle of soda from home or something like that. You don't get that stuff anywhere.
Bottle of soda. Hear that, folks?
Simple stuff.
Somebody a bottle of soda.
It's the simple stuff that makes the most. I moved on to shading, although I don't know how.
Good. So you wanna little small circles. So little circles kind of keeps your shading smooth. Just very lightly. I would still hold it towards the back of your pencil so you're not pressing too hard or too fast. And just, you can cover a lot of area pretty fast with these big circles. More like ovals, like this. And then you go back in and go over it again to make it a little darker. So what would you like people to do to celebrate Veterans Day?
Treat other people the best that you can. And just try to do good things.
So I like to go into my darkest areas first. Kind of like you're doing, I think.
Yeah.
Finding my dark spots first, yeah. See, you're natural.
At least for easy parts. Easy ones, I think I can just kind of darken. Like this line here, just put a little eyeliner on it. Really make it pop.
I think it is hard. I think our soldiers need a lot more when they come home than people realize. And I don't think we talk about it enough.
Yeah, that's great.
Like I was saying, we want to support our soldiers overseas, but once they come home, it's like we don't realize, the support doesn't stop there. It needs to keep going. And we need to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, especially in combat, there's so many heroic stories. And there is one hero that, most people will probably go their whole life without knowing. And I'm pretty sure he's the most decorated war hero. And his name is Audie Murphy. Anybody wants to look him up. Look up his story. He's pretty incredible dude.
I'd say you do a great job.
Thank you.
You were my student, A+.
You guys ready? A two-step.
What it's actually like to sit with a veteran.
Slide to your left.
How's it look? All right, everybody, we did our boots. How do you think they turned out?
You know, mine turned out much better than I thought it would.
I have to say, you did a great job. He's not totally finished, but we're gonna cut it short. What's the best advice you can give our kiddos at home?
You know, if it's messed up some, just keep going with it, you know? It's kind of like a lesson learned right there, and if you keep going, you're gonna keep learning, you know? To look at all the, you know, I was learning about shading next, so, you know, you just keep going.
Yeah, we kind of threw some shading in, but yeah, it's really next level. You did a great job. I think really what's important is looking at what you're drawing. Pay attention. Just take a look at what you're doing. And you'll do a great job. You'll surprise yourself. Be kind to a veteran.
Yeah.
Show them lots of love and support.
Yeah. They're just people too.
They are just people. But they're great people. They're the best people.
Yeah.
Adios, avocados. Bye. Thank the veteran. Or don't thank him if you don't like it.
A baby skin.